what's up? It's CV here with some vinyl finds, recent vinyl finds. So how's everyone doing? Are we all over our record store day hangover? No money left in the bank. Still squabbling over the records you'd hope you'd find but couldn't get your hands on, or just didn't want to hand over the moolah to get, I don't know, all that kind of stuff. When's the next one? Isn't it Black Friday? When is that? Should we start saving up now? I don't know. Red wine, cheers, happy Easter everyone. This is fairly random, but one thing I want to point out, if you saw a few videos ago, I made a video about my guitar collection, some of my guitars. Now, my wife, not secretly, but she watched the video, and then secretly, when I was away, I think, took a couple of my guitars to the local guitar store and got them to set it up, because I think she was not connecting but understanding where I was coming from about the history and what the guitars meant for me, and that I hadn't played them for such a long time, you know, and then I was got to get to it one day to get them fixed. So she got my really nice, cool sounding acoustic guitar reset up, restrung, and my Samick, and I just got my Samick back just the other day, and I'll show you. Here, he is. I don't think I never gave this guitar a name or a gender. Non-gender specific guitar. So, and yeah, this guitar's about 32 years old, but pretty much like brand new. And played it the other day, so that was great. Thank you, honey. Thank you for that. So, a couple of things I'm going to be learning first on it, because man, it's been such a long time. I'm probably going to. I started learning, you know, Kansas, Dust in the Wind, the solo on there, and what else will I do? Might do Paul Kelly's To Adore solo as well. So, and maybe some of the Living End, Australia's punk rock band. So, there you go. Music continues. So this episode is some recent finds. I've got about half a dozen here, same sort of genre. So this is like a early 60s through to early 70s, but mainly 60s. Blues, country rock genre. So we'll just go through them. The first one is a compilation called Cookbook by Canned Heat. And yes, I am seeing them now. I think it's around about the 18th of May, so a month ago now. Seeing this group in its current incarnation. Lots of good notes about the band at the time, the band members. So yeah, I was reading about these guys, and a couple of interesting things. Bob Haidt, who founding member, vocalist, guitarist. There's some sad stories behind this. He died of I believe it was a heroin overdose around about 1980, 1983. Al Wilson, he unfortunately died, like many others back then, at 27 years old. He died. This compilation came out in 1970. He died in 1970, and from what I read, it was, again, a drug overdose, and I believe it's suicide related. Something about the story of him driving off the road on his way to Bob's house. So, Larry the Mole Taylor, Larry the bass player. I'm not sure if he was a founding member. I think so. Anyway, unfortunately, a couple of weeks ago it was announced that he won't be coming to Australia to do the tour. He's got cancer and he's not too well, so that's very, very unfortunate to miss out on seeing an early founding member of the group, to be out here, which would have been great. And the drummer Adolfo de la Parra, excuse my pronunciation, he's actually, I believe he's going to come out here. Now, he's not a founding member, but both him and Larry were at the 1969 Woodstock gig that Canned Heat participated in, so it'd be great to see a member from back then making an appearance. Harvey Mandel, I'm not too sure about. So, but no, I really enjoyed this. I don't have any of their stuff on my collection, so to be able to hear their music, some of their early, the best songs, I don't need to tell you what they are. Grab this. I don't think this is too expensive to buy. I picked it up for about $8 locally through the classifieds here. But if you get a chance, you like that country rock, if that's what you think Canned Heat are called, country rock, blues, that genre, you can't go wrong with this. It's a compilation, I know, but it's still cool. This one, the same guy I had. These was all from the same guy. It's a Creedence Clearwater Revival Mardi Gras. Nice embossed labelling across here. This will be an original. Some tracks there. The first, when I was about 16, I bought on a trip to Central Australia near Ayers Rock, and we stopped off at a town nearby, and they had a music shop, and I bought Creedence's a compilation. So that's all I had for a long time, and then recently I picked up a few of the last few years of their actual original vinyl copies, and I was just blown away by the tracks. You don't hear, you hear plenty of Creedence tracks on the main radio, but you don't hear a lot of those other tracks that aren't played, and they're just as good. They're phenomenal to hear some of those non-radio hits. But boy, what a back catalogue these guys have. So to have this, this has Someday Never Comes, is probably my favourite on there. But it's also got like Hello Mary Lou and Sweet Hitchhiker. Sweet Hitchhiker is excellent as well. But Someday Never Comes is a slow song that I like. So don't be afraid to buy Creedence. They're cool. Check out all the tracks. This one I was just playing today for the first time. It's my first ever Booker T purchase, and it's called Uptight from a soundtrack. And Booker T, of course, one of the main bands through Stax, playing with Stax, and of course featuring Booker T. Steve Cropper, of course, guitar, and Donald Dunn on bass. And Al Jackson Jr. on drums. He's interesting. All these guys, they've played with the best artists. Unfortunately, it's a bit of a sad story with Alan, the drummer. He died when he was 39, I think in 1975. Prior to that, his wife, Barbara, shot him in the chest. I don't know how he survived that, but that's the reports. And then later on, he was home and found intruders in his house, and they told him to get down, and they fired a few bullets into his back, and he died. It was later found out that the accused, the shooter, was actually the boyfriend of a girlfriend of Barbara. So, what's that about? Anyway, this album is fantastic. Starts off with Johnny, I Love You. Good soulful blues music, really good soulful blues music, and this is based on a movie or a character regarding all the suppressions of of black people, etc. back in the day. So, but then I picked up another Booker T. Now I believe this came out in '62, but this is a '68 repress of Booker T and the MGs, of course, featuring Green Onions. They do covers like Twist and Shout, etc. So it's a bit of a mix there, but a lot of this, some of the music here sounds, it's that real common sort of sound of Booker T with the organ, etc. So if you want that, this has it all. If you're a guitarist, love playing guitar like me, it's reasonably easy stuff to play to. So it's a good, yeah, sort of average, throw on the turntable record and just enjoy. You know what you're going to get with Booker T. But this one here I much prefer because this one here is more of an instrumental. This one here has a lot of good vocals, a lot of good soul feeling. I think it's my third pickup now, Osibisa album. Cool artwork, all that type of thing. Jazz, funk, African, that type of stuff. Yeah, there's tenor sax, there's flute, there's African drums, bongos, cowbells, cow horns, trumpets. A lot of other instruments I've never heard of. So, music from Antigua, Trinidad, Nigeria. But boy, I don't hear a lot about these guys in the VC at all. I don't know why. They are fantastic, so check these guys out. And lastly, I've yet to spin this one, but it's my first pickup of Buffalo Springfield, so feel pretty awesome to have this. I have flicked through some of these tracks on Spotify before I purchased this. This is originally came out in '68. This one here you're looking at is a '72 Oz press of Buffalo Springfield. So don't know a lot about them, but what a must to have. What a great cover too. It's just a smooth cover on this MIDI label, which is the same as one of my Booker T's that I've got. I'm not sure where they've originated out of. If someone can tell me more about the MIDI label before I go Googling, please put in the comments. I'd appreciate that very much. And the MIDI label represses typically have these recommendations on their back cover. Good stuff. So there you go. There's a few recent pickups for you to catch up on. What have you picked up recently? It's just pretty boring looking at me and telling me, showing you guys what I've got, but I'd love to know what you've got too. So yeah, put in the comments, what do you recommend that you found that a lot of the VC people, like myself, may not know about. It's all about exploring new stuff. Cheers everyone. Catch you later.